Greetings. Shout out to all of you wonderful, beautiful deep divers of planet Earth. I hope your day is going good. First and foremost, let me shout out to everyone who's been getting the Good Ass Prana shirts and the #1 best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book, The Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. Also, the latest book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart, The Secret Recipe to Becoming Your Greatest Version at ralphsmart.com, ralphsmart.com/the book, and of course the Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes, spreadshirt.com if you're in America. Deep diver shout out to everyone who's here. Like I say, we got a lot to talk about. 2024 predictions. Things are about to get strange. We got a lot to talk. How are you feeling today, deep divers? Like I said, it's time to connect with deep divers. It's time to dive deep because so much is happening. So much is going on, right? Prepare now. So I actually made a video on the 2024 predictions. So many people were writing in the comment section, "Oh, Ralph, I really love that video. Everything you're saying is really resonating with me." And I know a lot of people had a lot more to say. I also made the video about Leave the World Behind, that film, which is very important because I always tell you, everything happening, they're showing you in the films as well. So deep divers, what do you want to do first? You want to talk about 2024 predictions? Or do you want me to break down Leave the World Behind? There's some things I missed out. What do you want? Shout out to everyone who's here. Smash that like button, share the video, and let's talk about 2024 predictions. First and foremost, 2024, Happy New Year, deep divers. Time is an illusion. 2024 is the year of seeing. That's what I told you. 2024 is a year of seeing. It's the year of seeing. It's where people all around the world are starting to see. They're starting to see because a lot is going to be unfolding. A lot is going to be happening. In fact, 2024, I told you, a lot of breakdowns are going to occur. A lot of people are going to be going through breakdowns. In fact, 1 in 5 people. And the reason why is because things are going to get intense. And that's why I told you to prepare yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually for what's coming. Everything that you're seeing right now, let me shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, shout out to everyone. Like I say, I'm reading every comment. Let me shout out to Tamara Enley. Wait a second. Shout out to Tamara Enley. And deep divers, if you want your question featured, hit that super chat, hit that tip page, support the channel. Like Tamara Enley, you are most definitely appreciated. What does it mean when I say a word, then hear it a second later? It happens to me often, but can't find an explanation except synchronicity. Much love, Ralph. I just did a video about words, right? Phrases to say. So what happens when I say a word, then hear it a second later? Well, we're talking once again about synchronicity. We're talking about synchronicity. And we have to remind ourselves that we're in a time right now where you have to start realizing the power of words. You must start realizing the power of your words. Tamara Enley, thank you. Shout out to everyone who's here. So 2024 predictions, deep divers. Let's talk about it. Let's really dive into it. What's coming on the planet? the split is growing larger between 3D and 5D. The split is growing larger between 3D and 5D. There are many people that you know, and a lot of people right now on the planet are going through tremendous transformation. It's going to intensify in 2024. Wherever you are is going to multiply in 2024. That's why I told you, get yourself right now, because you see, everything is going to intensify. If you are someone, for example, who's been connecting with yourself, going within, focusing on yourself, in 2024, it's only going to get better for you. But if you're someone who is still caught up, cat down the road is praying for you. Cat down the road is saying, what's going on? We've got to remind ourselves that humanity is at the crossroads. Humanity is at the crossroads. And a lot of people are going to have to make a choice right now, because your choice is going to determine your fate, your future, and where you find yourself. You know, a lot of people right now have chosen to move into their purpose. And I always tell you, deep divers, being in your purpose is one of the greatest feelings in the world. When you wake up to say, yes, this is my purpose, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. And if you're not in your purpose right now in 2024, it's going to be very difficult, very hard. You're going to get caught up, swept with the wind and the seas. And that's why you really want to get right with yourself, because so many people right now are going through a breakdown, and they're kind of hiding it. This is all symbolic of even what you see in the media, certain celebrities having an overdose, all kind of things. But it's happening to many people on this planet, millions of people. They're dealing with inner demons and shadows that nobody knows about. But in 2024, all of that is going to be exposed. And that's why I told you in that video, in 2024, right now, you're going to see mass breakdowns all around the planet. You can no longer hide anymore. You can't run. You're going to have to face your shadow. You know, 2024 is all about facing your shadow, doing the shadow work, asking yourself, who am I? What am I? What am I here to do? For so long, humanity has been caught up in the Maya, the illusion, and it's been trying its hardest not to face itself. You know, people use things like TikTok to distract themselves and other apps. Humanity has done its best to run away from itself with filters and all kind of things. But the chickens have come home to roost. And that's what 2024 is all about. It's about humanity facing itself. So when we talk about the 2024 forecast, you're going to see a lot of people go through a tremendous breakdown. Because everything they've been doing, you know, deep dive is like the first time you woke up, you started to see things. And also, you moved to a state where everything just stopped. A lot of people haven't got to that stage yet. A lot of people are still trying to fool themselves. And 2024 is the year where you have to face yourself. There's no more running, no more hiding. You're going to have to face your shadow. And that's the reason why, if you're someone who has been really working on yourself, being the authentic you, you've got nothing to worry about. Congratulations. But if you're someone who's been trying to hide and you've been pretending, it's going to catch up with you. You know, a lot of people want to be a character. And if you are a character, it's going to be bad for you. The reason why is because 2024 is Judgment Day. 2024 is Judgment Day. And that means the mask comes off. And you're already seeing it. All around the world, people's masks are falling off. Even certain celebrities having these massive scandals. Why is this happening right now? Because it's getting ready for the Judgment Day. You can't hide anymore. So we have to remind ourselves to prepare ourselves for everything that's happening. The day of reckoning. Absolutely. It is the day of reckoning. It is the day where people face themselves. You have to ask yourself, deep divers, am I in the right job? Am I in the right job? You got to ask yourself, am I with the right people? You got to ask yourself, am I staying true to myself? This is everything that you have to be aware of for 2024. So, you know, I spoke about that film, Deep Divers, Leave the World Behind. And I broke it down. And I told you that a film isn't just a film for entertainment. A film is there for predictive programming. And you got to remind yourself, you have to be very careful when you watch these kinds of films. When you watch a film like Leave the World Behind, if you focus on that reality, that's what the world will become. So a lot of Hollywood films like Leave the World Behind, what happens is they show you a very gloomy future. And if enough people focus on that negative reality, it ends up happening. And that's the reason why you have to not watch the film to be scared. You have to watch the film to say, no, that's not going to happen in my reality. Right? You have to say, that's not going to happen in my reality. Because you see, humanity is still traumatized. And all it knows is doom and gloom, and the world is ending. And you have to have a better reality for yourself. And that means you have to take back your perception. I told you there are going to be two worlds that are forming. There is the world of Leave the World Behind. Internet blackouts. There is the world of another pandemic. There is a world of World War III. But that's only if you haven't done the work. If you've done the work, you're in the new earth. And it's a great reality to be in. And that's why I told you, you shouldn't be watching Netflix. You should be creating the film yourself. That's a slow motion. You should be creating the future that you want for yourself in 2024. Not allowing Netflix to choose it for you. Not allowing Hollywood to choose it for you. You have to be creating and writing the story that you want to experience in the future. Right? That's what you got to be doing. Deep diver, shout out to all of you. Smash that like button. And like I say, we're in a very powerful time right now. We're in a very powerful time. We're also realizing that we must focus on gratitude. We must focus on gratitude. You see, one of the things I had to learn, and I had to realize that the inorganic ones control the world because they're grateful. I said, how come? Well, you see, a lot of people don't realize that the inorganic ones are sponsored. The inorganic ones stick by each other. The inorganic ones honor each other. The inorganic ones support each other. How can I hate on the inorganic ones? I can only salute them. Because they know unity always wins. But the rest of humanity has forgotten that. And that's the reason why a few can control the many. Because the few that you say, oh, they're so bad, no, they stick together. And that's the reason why they're in that position. That's why I always tell you, deep divers, support people who are doing the work. Let me shout out to Tamara Enley. Deep divers, hit that super chat, hit that like button and give thanks. Once again, let me shout out to Tamara Enley. You're most definitely appreciated. I feel that the true meaning of being reborn is about rebirth, because when you are born, the first thing to do is to take your first breath. Absolutely. 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 So, you know, we're in a powerful time right now. And we've got to remind ourselves that the only way humanity is going to make it through 2024 is with unity. The only way humanity is going to make it is with a new mindset. That's the only way humanity is going to make it out of 2024. Let me shout out to Tamara Enley. Shout out to you. It's about the expansion of breath in order to connect fully to Christ consciousness to reach the next level, reborn, rebirth. You are appreciated. Shout out to you. So we got to remind ourselves 2024 is all about what you want to create. It's all about the choice you're making right now. And it's also about how ready you are to move into your purpose. A lot of people right now are feeling the energy of the planet. They're feeling the shift. They're feeling how things are changing very quickly. 2024 is going to be even quicker than what you could ever think. Things are going to move very quickly. And that's why I told you, and I've been telling you throughout the years, prepare yourself. So when it happens, you're not caught off guard. "2024 predictions. There is going to be a big war. And the war isn't going to end overnight. It's going to continue. And it's going to involve other countries. And this is the reason why countries are saying we need to bring back conscription. Germany just said we need to bring back conscription. So you have to remind yourself of the times we're in right now. People always say, Ralph, how do you know all of these things? And I tell them, I'm a 33. So it's a choice right now humanity has between peace or war. And this is the reason why you have to be very careful in terms of what you focus on. Are you focusing on doom and gloom? Are you focusing on bad news? You have to be very careful what you focus on. Because a lot of the media that's being pumped out to you is full of negativity, doesn't raise your frequency. Ty Sean, you're most definitely appreciated. Thank you. You're most definitely appreciated. And that's why I always say, deep divers, not everyone's going to make it in 2024. You know, just like the people who support, it's only the people who support, right? It's only the people that support. It's the same people that support. It's the same people who are raising the frequency. And it's the same people who are going to move to the fifth dimension. And you got people who love to be on demon time. Nothing is going to change. It's going to get worse for them in 2024. You got people who don't want to wake up. And in 2024, they're not going to wake up. You got people who don't want to do anything but run away from themselves. And in 2024, all they're going to do is run away from themselves. You got people who are just going to be on TikTok dancing, acting like everything is sweet. And in 2024, that's what they're going to be doing. Nothing's going to change. That's why I told you, 2024, you're not just going to see miracles. It's, people are going to go worse. They're going to go further into what they already are in right now. Let me repeat that. 2024 is the multiplier. Wherever you are right now, this exact moment is going to be times 1 million. Let me shout out to Lydia Hill. You're most definitely appreciated. Lydia Hill in the house. Lydia Hill, shout out to you. What do you think of crystals being used to assist us through these challenging times? Thank you, Ralph, for your great works. Let me give you a round of applause. Well, you know, I always wear crystals, Lydia. I always wear crystals. I got so many crystals. The cat down the road said, Ralph, chill out on the crystals. I got so many crystals. The cat down the road said, chill out on the crystals. We got enough crystals. Crystals are energy transmitters. Also energy absorbers. Very powerful to have a quartz crystal around wherever you are, because it absorbs L frequencies, extremely low frequencies and whatnot. Once again, they're alive. Shout out to you, Lydia. You're most definitely appreciated. Let me shout out to the most amazing Allegra Havana. You are appreciated. Thank you, Mental. I appreciate you. You're most definitely appreciated. So wherever you are right now, in 2024 right now, things are multiplying. Things are going to be times 1 million. And that's the reason why, you know, a lot of people, they sometimes wonder why certain people aren't waking up. Well, you see, as time moves forward, it's getting harder for people to wake up. And it's going to get even harder because the inorganic ones have literally created so many distractions. It's very difficult. And in 2024, right now, you're having more distractions. You're having more things for people to stay asleep. And this is the reason why not everyone's going to make it, because you have to remind yourself, just like in Leave the World Behind, what did she say? She said, I hate people. The reason why she said I hate people is because she was getting tired of the sheep people, right? And that's why the film was called Leave the World Behind. And there are going to be people who are leaving the world behind in 2024, 2025, even 2026. People who are going off grid, people who are homeschooling their children. Is happening. But there are going to be a lot of people who aren't going to leave the world behind. In fact, they're going to go further into the metaverse. I always tell you, deep divers, if you've got a phone, a mobile phone, turn it off sometimes. I know it's hard for a lot of people to turn their phone off. I know a lot of people who never turn their phone off. And I always say that film, Leave the World Behind, was showing you what happens when everything gets shut down on the grid. They're talking about solar flares, which are going to hit the planet in the next few years and knock out the whole internet. They've been telling you of a blackout. And you have to remind yourself, if you are always on your phone, like a lot of people have a panic attack because they can't get a signal. And that's why I told you, prepare yourself to detach from your phone. Take a break from your phone. The phone is a great piece of technology, but you have to remind yourself, the inorganic ones are getting everyone hooked on it. So when they pull the plug, a lot of people are going to be stuck. A lot of people are going to be worried. A lot of people are going to be looking a little bit shaky, baby. And you've got to remind yourself right now, you want to know where you're supposed to be. You want to know where you're supposed to be. Because 2024 is not the time to decide who you want to be. You should have done that in 2023. You should have done that in 2022. You should have done that in 2021. And 2024, you should already know what you're here to do, because a lot of things are going to be shaken up in 2024. You don't want to be lost out here scratching your head. You want to know what's going on, and you want to know what time it is. 2024, you're seeing a change of power. You're seeing a change of power. The first will be last and the last will be first. There are, celebrities are employed by the inorganic ones to dumb down people. But you see, the devil loves no one. The devil loves no one, not even his employees, right? And that's the reason why you might be so big in the matrix, but the inorganic ones can say, well, I made you, we can break you. So you're seeing a lot of celebrities getting exposed, sometimes scandals, sometimes this, sometimes that. You're going to see more of that in 2024. The reason why is because it's the end of the dynasty for celebrities. That's the reason why a lot of them are being exposed, because the inorganic ones no longer need them. If you've noticed, once upon a time, people actually would be in awe of celebrities. People like Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, any of these celebrities. But as time grew, their influence diminished and is diminishing, and therefore the inorganic ones no longer have the need for them in the matrix like they used to. The reason why is because the person next door could be influencing more people than an A-list celebrity. So the inorganic ones can build you up, but they can tear you down. And that's what you're seeing with a lot of these celebrities who thought they were safe, who are about to get exposed even more in 2024. A lot of people you thought they were this way, you're going to see actually they were that way. And you're going to start to realize you were worshiping false idols. You were worshiping people who sold their souls for a crappy deal. All it came with is a few toys and a Happy Meal. And you're seeing the end of celebrities, even the end of Hollywood as you know it. People aren't going to the cinemas anymore. People aren't going to the cinemas like they used to. Everything is shifting in 2024. Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep Divers, smash that like button, share the video. We just started. Let me shout out to Aaron in the house. Aaron, you're most definitely appreciated. Aaron Barrios, shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know where I would be without a true lifesaver. You're most definitely appreciated. You're most definitely appreciated. So we've got to remind ourselves, we got an avocado. We need some avocados. Socrates said the unexamined life is not worth living. 2024 is the year where people have to face themselves. This is the reason why I told you there's going to be a lot of breakdowns, because a lot of people are going to have an opportunity to see the illusion. And a lot of people are going to have a glimpse of the illusion. And a lot of people aren't going to be able to handle it. You know, there's a reason why ignorance is bliss. Ignorance was bliss. But in 2024, ignorance is expensive pain. And a lot of people, as society is changing, AI is replacing humanity. The Terminator is here in 2024. John Connor. And with the Terminator here, with AI taking over jobs, you want to make sure AI is not replacing you. Because wherever you work, the AI is there waiting to take your job in 2024. You had people working in supermarkets their whole life. As soon as the self-service machines came, they started cutting jobs. So you have to remind yourself that 2024 is man versus machine. 2024 is a year where you have to be aware that you can't get too comfortable where you are, because you're going to have to do something that AI can't do. That's the only way you're going to be able to survive 2024. Anthony himself, you're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you, Anthony. Anthony himself. Ralph, thank you for keeping the balance. That's what I'm here to do. You know, we're having fun, Deep Divers. We're having fun. Let me shout out to Queen. Murat Rogers, you're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. We got an avocado. Deep Divers, we haven't even had breakfast yet. Grateful to you, Ralph. Peace, love, power, strength, good health, abundance of blessings. You're most definitely appreciated. Let me shout out to the one and only, the phenomenal, quantum dynamic Quantum dynamic, you're most definitely appreciated. How do I quit being a get your ex back coach and become a full-time conscious upgrader and talk about soul searching? That's a great question. How do I quit being a get your ex back coach and become a full-time consciousness upgrader and talk about soul searching? Thank you. Going through hell with this, but your videos save me daily. I love you. Thank you. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. Well, you got to remind yourself, quantum dynamic, that the world is ready for the awakening. And you have to, once again, create a new reality for yourself. You have to remove obstacles. You have to remove limiting words. I always say, I can, I will, I must. And you have to start now. You have to get a move on, and you have to remind yourself it's a whole journey of learning, failing, and going again. Lynn Westbrook, you're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. 2024 predictions. Once again, you have to remind yourself there is no such thing as a coincidence. You know, a lot of the things they put in films, whether it's Leave the World Behind, are part of perception magic. And how perception magic works is that they show you something and it goes into the subconscious mind of a lot of people that there's going to be a internet blackout. So that's what ends up happening. And that's why I told you, don't give your energy to anything that you see in a film, on the TV, that is not serving humanity. Because if you do, you will be the reason why it was created. In my reality, there's no internet blackout. There's no cyber attacks. There's no World War III. There's no other pandemic. You know why? Because we're in the fifth dimension, baby. Humanity has been traumatized. All it knows is the 5 emotions, the 5 lower emotions: shame, guilt, apathy, grief, and fear. If you pay attention to the media, if you pay attention to Hollywood, right now on the planet, they're showing you everything based on those 5 lower emotions: shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear. And if you follow that, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. I told you, all humanity knows is trauma. 2024 is about facing and healing your trauma, facing your shadow. It's time to stop being afraid. And this is the reason why 2024 is where you let love guide you and not fear. 2024 is where you say, actually, I will not live in a world of war. I will choose peace. 2024 is where you say, you know what? There's not going to be another blackout, because that's not going to be in my reality. You have to stop allowing fear to control your life. You have to stop allowing doomsday to control your life. You have to stop waking up to fear in the media, Israel, Gaza. All of that is to keep you in a prison, in a low frequency. You have to remind yourself, there is more to life than war. There is more to life than fear. There is more to life than bad news. So 2024 is where you wake up to this reality that you see the inorganic ones aren't going to stop. All the inorganic ones know is fear, That's their food source. That's the food source of the inorganic ones. That's how they live. They can only survive through fear. Just like you eat a meal, they eat fear. They eat human fear. And the more afraid you are, the more powerful they become. When you are vibrating on the love frequency, they can't touch you. If you are in the fear frequency, they control everything about you. 2024 is about where you're making the choice to say, you know what? It's time for that love frequency, baby. Deep divers, smash that like button, share the video. We just started. Smash that like button, share the video. Let me shout out to the wonderful Manessa. You're most definitely appreciated, Manessa. Manessa, you're most definitely appreciated. Manessa Webb in the house. Thank you, Mental, for this powerful show. Chosen ones, it's our time. Wait a second. Absolutely, Manessa. Thank you, Mental, for this powerful show. Chosen ones, it's our time. Absolutely, it's our time. And we've got to remind ourselves right now, so much is going on. And you have to make sure in your reality, you're waking up to a reality where you are the architect of it. You got to let love guide you. As soon as you wake up, go outside, breathe in that good ass prana, and let go of fear. This is what 2024 is all about for those who get it. Let me shout out to Priscilla in the house. Priscilla Smith, you're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. Humanity has to step up now. The ETs are not going to save us. We must save ourselves by uniting as a species on a global scale. It's time. Absolutely. Well said, Priscilla. Humanity has to step up now. The ETs are not going to save us. We must save ourselves by uniting as a species on a global scale. It's time. Absolutely, it's time. Absolutely, it's time. You know, a lot of people always ask me, how do I know this, what I'm talking about? And I tell them, I'm a clairvoyant. I didn't wake up with this gift. I was born with it. Like Baba Vanga, right? Baba Vanga, this woman right here, who also had a gift, who was blind as a child. She could see things. I can see things. And reminding you that we're in a powerful time right now. Very powerful time. But not everyone's going to make it. I was told that I would be able to share whatever I wanted to share. And it will only get better for me. All I got to do is speak my truth. And that's what happened. In 2024, if you're not in alignment with what you're here to do, it's going to be hard to come back. A lot of people didn't make it. A lot of people are not going to make it. And the reason why is because there's a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. The inorganic ones are collecting souls every second. And they need fear and more fear. And there's a lot of people who are very afraid on the planet. And that means the inorganic ones are going to get well fed. And in 2024, there's going to be a lot of things which are really going to scare you. And you have to not fall for the bait. And you have to realize there's nothing actually to be afraid of. You see, fear is not actually real unless you give it power to be real. All fear is false evidence appearing real. The inorganic ones have kept you on a merry-go-round of fear, bad news, and hysteria. Because they know the moment you're not in fear, you start raising your frequency. This is what happened in 2019. I predicted, and you can go and check on the video, that the frequency of the planet is increasing so much. The inorganic ones are going to knock down the Tower of Babel again. They're going to knock down the Tower of Babel again. In other words, they saw that the internet was connecting people. They saw this freedom on the planet. And they realized that it's too much. It's too much power for these humans to have. We got to knock them down. And I told you, they're about to do something. Everything I said is documented and can be seen in the archives. I told you. Because you see, humanity was reaching a peak of finally breaking the spell. But the inorganic ones had another trick up their sleeve. Well, 2024, they've got another trick up their sleeve. And it's going to make 2020 seem like a walk in the park. The only way out of it is to start detaching as much as you can from the matrix. I had to do that in 2011. I was working, I was like, cool, but I had to start opening my mind to say, you know what? I got to be free. I had to realize everything I learned at university was a distraction. And you got to learn everything again. Reggie King, shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to all of you wonderful deep divers, right? We just started. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Let me read the comments. Lynn Westbrook, you're most definitely appreciated. Thank you. Smash that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Smash that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Leave a comment. Got a question? Leave your 2020 prediction as well. Let me hear it. Stardust, you're most definitely appreciated. Would be amazing if we would tune into my song Keep the Balance, Andrea. You got to send me the song. Like, let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it, right? Let me shout out to Reggie King, the one and only 999, sending positive energy your way. Thank you, Ralph. You're most definitely appreciated. Let me shout out to Eric. Eric is always supporting the show. You're appreciated. Let me shout out to the magnificent Valentina. You're most definitely appreciated. She's always supporting the show. Thanks for always rising. Thanks for always rising the vibe, raising the vibe with each video you put out, and for speaking the truth. You are appreciated. Hey, I appreciate you. You're most definitely appreciated. Thank you so much. Oh, we just started, deep divers. Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Raising the vibration, deep divers. Let me shout out to all the amazing deep divers who are here. Studio H, shout out to you. Let's talk about it. How may I help people who are so true to who they are but aren't financially free? How can spirituality blend with business? I appreciate you so much. That's a great question. You got to remind yourself. Let me take my shirt off. Deep Divers is getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. That's a great question. How may I help people who are so true to who they are but aren't financially free? How can spirituality blend with business? Appreciate you so much. You got to remind yourself that the greatest trick the inorganic ones played upon you was that money is the root of all evil. And you have to remind yourself that's a lie. You could actually say the love of money may be the root of all evil, but not money. Money is just currency, it's energy. So everybody who is spiritually aware should be extremely wealthy. Should be extremely wealthy. Because you got all of this knowledge. And that means you have more energy, more currency. There's a reason why they call money currency. When you have knowledge of self, your bank balance increases overnight to over $1 million. Just like that. So you got to remind yourself that a lot of people who are spiritually aware, they're forgotten about left hand, right hand. Not me. I'm left-handed, but I can also use my right hand. I'm ambidextrous. And you have to learn this. You have to realize that infinite waters, people say, Ralph, I thought you were spiritual. Ralph, you're so spiritual. They don't even know if I'm spiritual or not. That's good. Because I'm smart. I'm smart enough to know abundance is a natural state. You don't want to have all of that knowledge without manifesting what the hell you're talking about. That's an oxymoron. There's a lot of people out there in the matrix who are waking up and saying, I want to be free. But you're going to need some resources. You're going to need a community. You're going to need nurses, doctors, teachers, all of these people that make up society. So you have to remind yourself there are so many people with a good heart, but they have a program that money is evil, that wealth is evil. Oh, those people with a big house and a nice car, evil. When I see someone with a nice car, I say, who cares? Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm wealthier than that. I'm wealthier than someone who lives in Beverly Hills or Malibu. Doesn't make a difference to me. So let them get whatever they want. I'm not afraid of wealth. I embrace it. I'm not afraid of money. I embrace it. I realize no amount of money can even equal what I am. So money is a slave to me. Money is a servant to me. So it works for me. So this is to all the people who are, waking up at the same time they're broke. You have to learn about financial freedom. One of the ways out of the matrix is to become financially free. And in 2024, that's the mindset you want to have, to say, you know what? I want financial freedom. Squid Games, they were telling you they're competing for a prize. to get out of the Matrix, the Squid Games. That's what the Matrix is. It's the Squid Games. It's got people competing against each other, playing tug of war and silly games. But what are they competing for? They're competing for the prize, right? So when you remind yourself that you want to master the game, you want to master the game, and you want to make sure that you are never broke again. That was a great question, though. Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers. Stardog, you're definitely appreciated. You're appreciated because we've got to remind ourselves abundance is the natural state. And what happens a lot of the times is that people who are very awake and aware, they still have these limitations, these programs that abundance is evil. Because they don't know the knowledge. They don't know that they came here to be gods and goddesses and live in abundance. You're supposed to be sitting on the throne every single day. 2024 forecast, deep divers. Things are about to get strange. You know, just like in that film, Leave the World Behind. Things are getting strange right now. Let's raise the frequency. Let me shout out to the wonderful Manessa. Deep divers, smash that like button, hit that super chat, hit that tip page. Let's get it cracking. You're most definitely appreciated, Manessa Webb. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. Absolutely. You're most definitely appreciated. Raising the frequency. What are we doing? Raising the vibration. We got to keep raising the vibration. You see, 2024 is the year where you have the confidence to stand on what you believe in. You know, it's funny. There are people who have 77 tattooed on them, 444 tattooed on them. I'm a 33, born on March 3rd at 3:03. And the reason why I tell you I'm a 33 is because 33 is Christ consciousness. 33 is the awakened one. 33 is the one who knows the illusion. That's the reason why you got a 33rd degree Mason. Walt Disney was in the 33 club. Why do they say the 33? Because it's the number of power. It's the greatest number in the universe. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Study the 369. First number 369. 33 is the master number. And you have 33 vertebrae in your spinal column. So it deals with the Kundalini energy. When they say Christ died at age 33, he died to his lower nature. They're talking about the Kundalini energy rising to the Christos, the anointed one. We don't let me dive deep divers. What's up? What's up? We got avocados in the house. Let's talk about it. Let me shout out to Latte. You're appreciated. Let's talk about it. I've been buying lots of books on esoterica, Gnosticism, astrology, Vedas, mysticism, plants, and so forth. Anything to help myself and others during blackouts. Thank you, Ralph. Well, you got to be careful because you don't want to keep saying blackouts. You don't want to focus on that reality. I told you. You want to remind yourself every single day that reality is based on your perception. Reality is based on your perception. Can you imagine if Netflix produced a film where everyone is meditating, moving to the fifth dimension? What would happen? People would start doing that. it would become a part of the collective reality. This is the reason why they don't push films that promote a better future for humanity. They show you the worst of the worst. This is nothing to be proud of. This is the degeneration of a whole entire society when films which are full of violence go number one. Jeffrey Dahmer, number one box office hit. This is madness. You're talking about a serial killer, yet people are watching it on Netflix and saying, oh my gosh, that was such a great film. This shows you how far humanity is devolved from its greatness when the only thing it can admire is violence, doom and gloom. It shows that humanity is creating a very, very bad future for itself. So you have to be very careful. There's no blackouts in my reality. So everything they showed you in Leave the World Behind was a program that they wanted you to create. If enough people focus on something, it becomes a collective reality. Hollywood know this. If enough people focus on something, it becomes a collective reality. Right? So I don't even have Netflix. Someone just said, Ralph, you got to watch this film, do a video on it. I kept getting messages. So I said, okay, let me subscribe to Netflix. Let me watch this film, Leave the World Behind. And I realized that it was a program for humanity to create a bad, bad future for itself. You don't have to focus on that. Focus on something better for yourself. Focus on raising the frequency. There was another film called Reptile. I said, oh my gosh, this is about a woman who mysteriously dies and they don't know who the killer is. I said, gosh, is there anything positive on Netflix? It's full of bad news, right? So you got to remind yourself that humanity has become so addicted to bad news. That's all it knows. It's been fed on a diet of bad news and toxicity. So you got to remind yourself, they're showing you the world that they want you to create. And the more you focus on the lower vibration films and programs, this is what the world will become. Right? Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, hit that like button, share the video. We just started. Let me shout out to HV in the house. HV, you're most definitely appreciated. 5D music scene, shout out to you. Shout out to everyone who's here. So like I say, we're in a powerful time right now. But you have to remind yourself, everything that's happening in the future is based on what you're doing right now. The future is nothing more than a continuation of the present moment. And this is the reason why 2024 is something which you can mold into whatever you want it to be right now. Do the work right now so you can have a better future tomorrow. Plant the seed today that your future self can thank you for. These are the secrets of how to have an amazing 2024. Prepare yourself now. That's why I said prepare now. So when the world is sinking, when a lot of people are full of fear and doom and gloom, you'll just be raising the frequency. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Because I told you, another split is going to happen in 2024, just like 2020. In 2020, there were some people who were in lockdown. There were some people who were traveling all around the world having a great time. There were two different realities happening simultaneously. Some people were wearing face masks. Some people were diving into the ocean. And in 2024, you're going to see that. You're going to see some people getting involved with war. You're going to see some people wanting to be a part of war. And you're going to see some people who have moved so far above that, the split is going to happen. It's going to grow even larger. Right now, a lot of people are starting to wake up. And the reason why is because humanity has come to the crossroads. You see, there's only so much you can pretend before you have to face yourself. 2024 is the year where you face yourself. 2024 is the year where you look at yourself in the mirror. 2024 is the year where everything you've been doing catches up with you. And this is the reason why you want to make sure you're creating something amazing. You want to make sure you're living on that freedom wave, doing a little samba, baby. There are so many people who are still plugged into the matrix. Good people. But people are people. Anyone can be good or bad depending on their level of awareness. However, a lot of people are going to choose to hand over their power. And these are people you know. In any civilization, there's always 10% of the population who thinks for themselves. The other 90% doesn't think for themselves. They don't think for themselves. But as time has gone on, it's more like 70. Because you see, the other 20% are starting to wake up. The people who were once fast asleep are starting to say, you know what, what's going on? And the way through the breakthrough is the breakdown. That's why I told you in 2024, a lot of people are going through the breakdown to have the breakthrough. A lot of people who are awake and aware, they can tell you the awakening was a hard time. They went through a breakdown, but they came out and then the breakthrough happened. A lot of people, before they wake up, they have to go through what we call the dark night of the soul. See, a lot of people haven't gone through that. You think they're just going to magically go through it? No, they still have to go through. We got an avocado in the house. Yes. They still have to go through the dark night of the soul. Let me shout out to Shadow. You're appreciated. Let me shout out to Shadow Ghost. Yo, Ralph, much love from Santa Cruz. Your videos inspire me every day to live in love with the world. Keep up what you do, man. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, 2024 forecast. Things are about to get strange. Prepare now. A lot of humanity doesn't realize that things can get even stranger than what you saw in 2020. The inorganic ones have a plan to turn a human being into an artificial android. This has been in the works for a long time, and it's well underway. And it's already happened in some parts of the world. People have microchips under their hand. They use it to open their front door, to go on the train, to take out money from the bank. They have it in Sweden. They have it in Switzerland already. People have it. And in 2024, you're going to see a digital ID. It's already been happening. But you're going to see it even more. And you're going to see a movement towards a cashless society. A lot of people don't even carry cash anymore. A lot of people don't use cash and they think that's fantastic. But in China, they have something called a social credit score. If you misbehave, you can't leave your house. So as everything becomes digitalized, what happens when there's a social credit score? And this is where the inorganic ones are pushing things for the masses in 2024. There are two forces on this planet, deep divers. There is a force that wants to help humanity. That's their job. And a force that needs humanity's fear to survive. And this is this massive battle that's been going on for thousands of years. In mythology, they talk of gods needing sacrifices. Human beings sacrificing people to feed the gods. Same thing is happening today. Celebrities do it all the time. They sacrifice another celebrity, whatever, just to get on. It happens in Hollywood, all of that. The inorganic ones are getting hungry. They haven't eaten in a while because I told you, let me shout out to Marvis Thomas. You're appreciated. Marvis Thomas, you're most definitely appreciated. Thank you. The inorganic ones are getting hungry and impatient. The inorganic ones know their time is up. At the same time, the only way they can keep on living and surviving is through your fear. That's what keeps them alive. Anytime there's a mass event, a mass disaster, millions of people in a state of fear, it breathes life into the inorganic ones again. They get a life boost. The moment people start to rise on that love frequency is the moment they cease to exist. And that's the reason why in 2024, I do have a strong faith that enough people are going to wake up to realize love is actually what is going to set you free. And actually will solve every single problem in humanity. 2024 is a year of unity. It's a year of coming together. It's a year to realize, you see, the inorganic ones have divided humanity in every single area, race, religion. And they did this to buy time. They did this because they realize if people realize everyone is spirit in form. You know, you got a black dog, you got a white dog, you got a yellow dog, gray dog, hazel dog. Do you think the dogs are looking at each other's colors? Do you think they care? A child is born with no state of mind. A lot of people argue about whose God is better. And this was all devised by the inorganic ones. The separation is coming to an end in 2024 for those who have the eyes to see. When you remind yourself that was the only way they could control you, by telling you you're different. You know, sometimes you fill out a form, it's got so many different categories. It should just have human being on it, right? It should just have human. Are you a human? Yes. Good. That's it. But the inorganic ones like to complicate things. So the awareness is coming to the planet that actually we've been played. We are more similar than different. And 2024 is about realizing one love and one humanity. The inorganic ones can only survive if you are living in separation with other human beings. I could look at anyone in the eye because I know who I am. I know who they are. So it's out with believing people are different from yourself. That was the plan to begin with. And 2024 is about you waking up to that reality. That separation is the greatest illusion ever created. They got people fighting over bits of land which they're not even going to take with them. 2024 is the year of one. Absolutely. It is the year of oneness. It's the year of us coming back together and realizing positivity can go viral. Good energy can be more popular than bad news. Because you see, someone changed everything. They reversed everything. They made the good bad and the bad good. But it's still in the subconscious of the whole of humanity. You know, in films, every single film, even Leave the World Behind, it's about getting the villain, right? It's about the hero's story, the hero's journey. That's the good news. Humanity still has that. Humanity still says, hey, if I go to the film, if I go and see a film, the good guys have to win. The good girls have to win. The good women have to win. The good men have to win. The good people have to win. Because good must triumph over evil. That's in everyone's mind. So if you had villains winning in movies, we haven't got to that stage yet. But it's coming. Right? Because that's the next switch, where it's just the bad people win in the films. Then all hope is lost, right? But the truth is, we're still celebrating the hero's journey. Every great film is the hero's story. And 2024 is us realizing we have to become the hero of this story. It's about us realizing the secrets of perception magic. Once again, Leave the World Behind was showing you something that they want you to create. If enough people focus on that, it becomes a reality. Baba Vanga, who made these predictions saying, okay, she made so many predictions. All of these things are not important compared to what you are creating for yourself right now. Your future is what you make of yourself right now, and focus on most consistently every single day. That will be your 2024. We've got to remind ourselves, energy is contagious. The inorganic one's plan was to spread so much negativity that people would start creating these negative thought forms all around themselves and create a very toxic world. And it's worked to some extent. And that's the reason why you have to remind yourself you're in spiritual warfare every single day. It's a cold world. And it was designed that way by the inorganic ones. They had to make you believe it was a cold world. No, it's a great world. It's an amazing world. but they've flooded the whole internet with bad news. And that's the reason why you want to be the good news. You want to bring people something positive every single day and remind them the world is not ending. It is just beginning. You want to remind people we didn't come here to celebrate violence in films that go #1 on Netflix. We didn't come here to celebrate serial killers getting #1 box office hits, Jeffrey Dahmer. His life is nothing to be celebrated about. So humanity has an obsession with its own demise because it's sick, it's traumatized, and it needs help. And that was probably the one good thing of that film, Leave the World Behind. It was showing you how so many people are still sheep in society. When she looked out of the window saying, all of these people get on my nerves, she was talking about the Matrix, how people are programmed, manipulated. She was like, hey, we got to get away somewhere. You know how many people in Times Square, Oxford Street, Rio de Janeiro, cities all around the world who are fed up of being in those cities. You know why? Because it's become toxic. You know why? Because anytime there's a lot of people that don't know themselves, they create a lot of problems. Ignorance is a disease. And that's the reason why some people say, you know what? I love the cat down the road over human beings. Some people on their profiles, they say, I love my dog over a human being. Because once you know what human beings are, you realize that if a human being doesn't know itself, life is awesome. Shout out to you. You're most definitely Deep Divers. Hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button. Let me shout out to Life is Awesome. You're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to all of you. So when you remind yourself that a human being who doesn't know itself is dangerous, and there are so many people on the planet who don't know themselves, that's the reason why when they say I love you, they don't love you. They don't even love themselves. How on earth are they going to love you? They don't even know who the hell they are. It infiltrates everything. There's a reason why relationships are breaking down, because the relationship is no different from the relationship. It's only one relationship. People believe in, I'm going to find the man of my dreams, the woman of my dreams. And I tell them, what is the world you live in like? It's full of chaos. The relationship is chaotic. The same thing is going to pass into relationships everywhere, because there's only one relationship. As the world becomes better, you'll get better relationships. As the world becomes worse and full of fear, you'll get worse relationships. You see, there's no separation. Everything is connected. If you can go outside of your house and just assess the energy of the planet, in turn, you'll see how relationships are on the planet. People don't trust each other. That's what even the film Leave the World Behind was showing you. She didn't trust him. She was afraid. She didn't trust anybody. And that character was a good example of how a lot of people are. They don't even trust other human beings. You know why? Because they know people are crazy. Right? And it's because people have been running away from who they really are. Right? 2024 is a time where people become authentic again. Where people become authentic again. You know, there are so many people who are playing a character on TikTok just to get some likes. There are people who just want to be known for whatever they're doing, but they don't even know what they want to do. And the inorganic ones have told you that money equals power. Knowledge of self is powerful. It's more powerful than money. Because there are a lot of people who say, you know, well, I got an OnlyFans. I met a woman who said she was making $60,000 on OnlyFans. She said, Ralph, I love your videos. She said, I make $60,000 on OnlyFans. I said, good for you. And we're in a time right now where a lot of people, yes, make as much money as you want if you want to do that, but you got to know who you are, because money alone won't save you. Because you might move further into the illusion. You've got to remind yourself 2024 is a year of remembrance for who you really are. It doesn't matter how big you think you are, how much you think you have. 2024 is reminding yourself who you really are. A spiritual being having a human experience. My mentor had to remind me, said, Ralph, no matter how big you get, remind yourself it all goes back in the box. In other words, everything is part of the Maya, which is the good news. 2024 is about reminding yourself you can't take none of this with you. So it's about letting go. It's about letting go. It's about letting go. Breathing and letting go. And that's what I'm doing every single day. Detaching. 2024 is about detaching. Detaching from personal identity, detaching from your possessions, all of these things. Because you see, humanity is still afraid of letting go. Because it creates walls of security around itself, which are walls of illusion. But the universe always reminds us everything is transient and you have to leave it all behind. And as more people are realizing this, more people are letting go, more people are connecting within, more people are starting to realize a secret. This is what 2024 is all about. Trudy speaks up. Thank you. You're most definitely appreciated. Humanity is devolving. Now, it's going to get worse before it gets better for the mainstream, not for those who have done the work. But as you've already noticed, people are starting to face themselves already. You know, there was a whole period of pranks on YouTube, and people now are still trying to clout chase and do things just for clicks and likes and all of these things, but it's kind of slowed down because it's been played out. Humanity has to reinvent itself. This is a sign. The same thing is going to happen with TikTok. In 2024, TikTok is going to be old news. People are starting to see through it, to say, you know what? I want something else. Humanity gets bored very quickly. Humanity gets bored very quickly. TikTok was hot last year, but 2024, people are going to get tired of it. So everything is being reshuffled. And humanity has to face itself. A lot of people celebrate things, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Easter, or whether it's the New Year. But 2024 is realizing what Terence McKenna said: culture is not your friend. The inorganic ones created all of these traditions to keep you in the loop, of a program designed to keep you under control and in a prison. If you do the same thing every single year, it puts you back to sleep. 2024 is where you wake your ass up. Because you see, a lot of people are celebrating right now. It's Christmas time. But humanity hasn't got anything to celebrate about. Humanity has to do better. Humanity doesn't deserve a celebration. Wars are happening. Humanity needs a reality check. So 2024 is about seeing how humanity deceives itself. It gives itself a pat on the back and says, it's Christmas time, let's celebrate, let's have a Christmas tree and wrap presents under the tree and everything is beautiful. At the same time, there's a war happening. At the same time, you got homeless people around the streets all over the place. But it's because humanity is afraid to smell the coffee. It needs these securities to give itself a false sense of security. It's an illusion and people are lost. But they don't have anything else. They don't have anything else. Because people need something to look forward to. So the inorganic one said, okay, let's give them a Christmas tree. Let's give them this to look forward to. Let's give them some celebrations. I told you, the new year is not even January 1st. The new year is March 1st because that's the spring. That's the new year. And the Roman calendar, they change everything. This is the right? So we've got to remind ourselves everything is off. You're not supposed to be celebrating a new year when everything is dying. You're supposed to be celebrating a new year in springtime where everything is blossoming and blooming. So humanity has got it all wrong, but it's not even ready to admit it. So when you remind yourself, New Year is not January 1st. It's March 1st. It's springtime. And in 2024, people are going to start shifting traditions and culture. Mark my words, because you see already, people are not celebrating Christmas like they used to. They're not celebrating these traditions like they used to. Because it's like you finding out Santa Claus isn't real. You finding out the tooth fairy isn't real. It kind of breaks the illusion. You know, once upon a time, people believed in that stuff. We have to remind ourselves, what are we doing here? This is the question humanity has to ask itself in 2024, and it will ask itself, what are we doing here? You heard that expression, deep divers. What are we doing here? We're here to elevate, evolve, and go to the next level of greatness. But if we're doing things that keep us in a deep sleep, in a sunken place. We're going back. We're not moving forward. So we got to remind ourselves in 2024, it's about moving forward and moving out of the sunken place. The inorganic ones give you sports and entertainment, TV dramas and operas to distract you from what's really going on. So the illusion is enticing, appealing, and very seductive. And it's consumed a lot of souls. And 2024 is about you getting your soul back if yours has been taken. Moving out of the sunken place. 2024 forecast. 2024 forecast. 2024 forecast. Things are about to get strange. Deep divers, smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, deep divers, share the video. We're starting to see right now on the planet how a lot of people are no longer here. It's gotten quiet on the planet. I told you. Things are very quiet. Meaning there was more creative energy on the planet than this before. I spoke about the 80s. The 80s, you had a lot of great artists all at one time making hit records all at the same time. Then it vanished. And then humanity went into the sunken place. And anytime humanity is in a sunken place, it marks the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. And 2024 is about realizing this, that humanity has to put itself back together. Humanity has fallen so far from grace. Even the cat down the road is like, oh my gosh, we got a lot of work to do. 2024 is also a year of work. It's a year of getting our senses back, getting our humanity back, getting our individuality back, getting our creativity back, getting our minds back, all of that good stuff. Because humanity has fell from grace. And it was prophesied by the Hopis, when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth, and whom by their deeds and actions shall make the earth green again. So we're reminding ourselves that now people are realizing it's over. And 2024 is pressing a new beginning button right now. Because you see, so much has happened over the last few years to get a lot of people thinking and asking questions which haven't got a good answer. So many people have seen hypocrisy. They've seen leaders telling us to do something. They don't even do it themselves. People have lost hope. And this is the reason why 2024, you're going to see more public revolts. You're going to see more people in the streets. More people raging against the machine. And you're going to see governments fall, leaders fall, celebrities who were once praised be at the back seat. And you're going to see a whole new group of people on the planet who are going to be the new superstars, the chosen ones, the deep divers. And they're going to start showing you a whole new reality. You're also having in 2024 more people who are moving into conscious creation in different areas of society. There are people right now who are awake and they're in the government. There are doctors who are awake. There are actors, nurses, engineers, scientists. You're seeing the whole of humanity being changed from the inside out. And a lot of people, they've watched something, they've heard something, they've seen something, and they're not the same. So 2024 also symbolizes a new kind of human on the planet, a human who is changing at a rapid pace, a human who is also ready to evolve to the next level. Shout out to all of you wonderful deep divers. Smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, deep divers, share the video. We just started. Let me shout out to Trudy Speaks Up. Trudy Speaks Up, you're appreciated. Shout out to you. In the face of intense challenges, it is vital to have the determination to transform them into opportunities. Much love. Absolutely. In the face of intense challenges, it is vital to have the determination to transform them into opportunities. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, 2024 is about people speaking up and being heard. You've seen this. Even in the celebrity world, you've had Cassie speak up against Diddy. You just had Kanye West having a rant, you know, talking up about the music industry. 2024, you're going to see more of that. You're going to see more people speak up about things that have been going on, that have been kept hidden and silent for a long time. It is Judgment Day. It is a time where people are going to have to face themselves and all the actions they committed. People in high places who use their power. People are going to have to face up to what they've done. The veil is being lifted. As well, humanity, you know, a lot of humanity is still in kindergarten. A lot of humanity is still waiting for a leader to save them. The elections, people are still saying, I want Trump, I want this, I want that. Not realizing the whole world's a stage. And in 2024, some people are going to get it. But a lot of people are still going to be fighting over leaders. My leader is better than your leader. I'm Democrat, I'm Republican. Not realizing it's two sides of the same coin. And the inorganic ones are so smart, they own both parties. Because above politicians are the people who really govern the world. And they select people. You don't get elected, you get selected. And it's all a part of the theater. You need two opposing sides, but on the top, they control both sides. That's the perfect plan. And the inorganic ones are so clever. They know how stupid people are. They know that people like side. They like to pick a side. They like to say, I want Trump. I want this. I want that. And in 2024, you got to pick yourself, because it's going to become more polarizing. And someone is going to say, I can save you. In 2024, there's going to be a disaster. Someone's going to say, I can save you. And a lot of people are going to put their trust in a leader, not realizing the leader is going to lead them astray. When in actuality, you want to be choosing yourself. Because you see, the great Krishnamurti said, have you ever wondered why we have leaders? The great Krishnamurti said, have you ever wondered why we have leaders? You're supposed to be leading your damn self out of Babylon. You're supposed to be leading yourself. People are still in infancy, waiting for someone to lead them. But does that leader meditate? Does that leader walk in peace? No. So a lot of people don't realize you've created this. And that's why I told you 2024 is where you realize that actually humanity has created this, not any leaders. We gave our power over to people. And now we have to deal with the consequences. There's a lot of people right now who are still drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. And in 2024, it's about realizing that Jim Jones didn't even drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. So a lot of the times when you realize the same people who are giving you things to drink don't even drink it themselves, right? The same people who are giving you something to drink, they don't even drink it themselves. You know, a lot of the people, for example, who give you TikTok, the people who own it, they don't even allow their children to have a TikTok. The same people who have Facebook, they don't even allow their children to have Facebook. But you know why Steve Jobs didn't allow his children to have an iPhone or any Apple products? Because he said it was a distraction. So if Steve Jobs is not allowing his own children to have an Apple iPhone, why? Because they know it's all a distraction. It interferes with your DNA. It interferes with your circadian rhythm. Once upon a time, you could actually go to bed in peace. Now you got to check a notification. This hyperstimulation is what's creating people having massive insomnia. They can't sleep. Then they got to wake up to go to work. People are burnt out because it's information overload with technology. And in 2024, you're going to start to see the effects of all of this screen time. Average person spends 6 hours and 53 minutes on their phone. In America, it's 7 hours and 4 minutes. And a lot of people don't realize what's happening to them. A lot of people don't even know how to speak to another person. Because people are so programmed to use emojis, when they actually meet a real person, they've lost communication skills. But this was the plan all along, to finally make sure you will never have to speak again. And that's why I told you in 2024, you're going to really have to fight for your voice, because the inorganic ones want to take your whole voice away. They want to create a world where you're not even going to speak. And everything that you will say, you will be told to say. You'll be told what to think. You'll be told what to eat. You'll be told everything. However, the good news is that there's a force right now on the planet that's just swept in. And it's a force where so many people are realizing they were the power all along. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, she realized that actually the man behind the curtain was just some old guy with no real power. The power was with her all along. And a lot of people are going behind the wizard's curtain. They're realizing actually there's nothing to be afraid of. And the people who I thought were in power actually aren't in power. No one is in control. And actually, this is why that film that's the one good thing about that film. The one good thing. The guy was like, oh, no one is in control. And that's the truth. You are the one in control. No one else is in control but yourself. And when you remind yourself, people talk of secret societies, all of these things. They don't control the world. The one who controls the world is you, because you have a mind to create universes. All they can do is shut down your mind and make it seem like you don't have the power. But the power has been with you all along. Look, if you remind yourself, all of these billionaires, people like Bill Gates, all of these people, they're not geniuses at all. Bill Gates is not a genius who created Microsoft. He was just placed in the right environment, because his dad said, I'm going to give you everything you need. People who are born with a gift or a talent are only given that gift and talent because they're in the right environment to nurture it. A lot of these people who went to Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Princeton, it's because their parents put them in the right environment. There's people who are even more clever than them, but they're in the wrong environment. They don't have opportunities. They don't have facilities. They don't have resources. So what you're realizing is that the world is the way it is because of environments. And 2024 is about you placing yourself in the right environment. I always say, you're only as great as your environment. And if you're outgrowing your environment, be on your way. Say, I'm leaving this place on a jet plane, and I don't know when I'll be back again. There are a lot of people who are ready to leave their city, leave their neighborhood. You know why? Because they know it's toxic. They're tired of seeing those same people walking in that same neighborhood. They want more. And the moment you leave, you're going to have a better world for yourself and your family, because your environment governs everything. And 2024 is about realizing this. A lot of people are going off grid. They're leaving their neighborhood, leaving their community that's not serving them, going to a better place. And we've got to remind ourselves of this. You see, when you remind yourself, in the Matrix, they put people in these cities. And these cities are full of people with fear, trauma, panic, anxiety. And it's cooking the pot, it's boiling over. And it's going to come onto you because energy is contagious. That's why I always tell you, if you're in a busy city, leave once a week. Go to the mountains, go to the forest, go to the beach. Cleanse your energy, protect your energy. And that's what 2024 is all about. 2024 forecast, deep divers, things are about to get silent. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, Matthew Perry, the Friend star, they just said, you know, he had some ketamine in his system or whatever. And it made me think that a lot of these celebrities, sometimes you say, gosh, they got everything. In actuality, they wish they were in your position. 2024 is the year of realization. Not all that glitters is gold. Because a lot of people think that they've got everything. But people in Hollywood are trying to get out. Because they realize not everything that glitters is gold. Sometimes you have people with millions, they're all alone in their mansion. They're all alone in their swimming pool. Because they've isolated themselves and they've been sold an illusion that that's going to take care of all of their problems. So 2024 is about realizing you got to protect your mental health, because you want to remind yourself it's not about moving towards the flashing lights. It's about being in your truth. Because those same celebrities that you're idolizing aren't happy. And you hear these stories time and time again. And you have to remind yourself it's a sign that you want to be rich on the inside, not just on the outside. Because a lot of people think if you've got a Rolls Royce, you've made it. But a lot of those people are empty inside, they're hurting. And 2024 is about having that balance. Yes, you can have as much material abundance as you want, as much material abundance as you want, but you also want to be rich inside. You also want to take care of yourself. 2024 predictions, deep divers. Things are about to get strange. One of the biggest things that's happening right now on the planet is things are breaking down. Things aren't what they were. Even Instagram is not what it was. Because the spell is being broken. You know, Instagram was all about people trying to say I'm verified. It was something called a blue check mark. And a lot of people were saying, how can I get that blue check mark? Then they say, you can just pay for it. Twitter was all about, you know, we got a blue check mark. People were saying, how can I get a blue check mark? Elon said, you can just pay for it. These are all symbolic signs that we're coming back to equal. We're coming back to realizing that this was just an experiment. You were already verified before they told you were verified. Let me repeat that. You are already verified before anyone tells you you're verified. You don't have to think that having more is better. It's all about who the hell is who you connecting with. You don't need 1 million followers. You don't need 5 million followers. Who are these people? Deep divers, when I'm connecting with you, I know you. I'm connecting with you because I know your names. That's what matters. I'm not here to say I got 50 million followers. I don't even know who any of them are, right? So people have been told that more is better, when in actuality, it's quality over quantity. That's what 2024 is about realizing. And it's about realizing it's not about playing for the audience. You know, a lot of people have been playing for the audience. Are you not entertained? And people are doing it on TikTok every single day. Are you not entertained? But is that really you? And 2024 is about realizing, am I doing this for me? Or am I doing this for you? And you want to make sure you're doing it for you. You don't want to be a circus clown. You don't want to be in the circus. You don't want to be an animal in the circus trying to please the audience on TikTok. You want to make sure you're staying true to your authentic self. You know, there are so many people who are dying for the gram, dying for TikTok. There are even people who are taking selfies and dying in the process, trying to get the perfect shot. And you got to remind yourself, you know, once upon a time, it wasn't about that. And it's about realizing in 2024, we got to move away from that. And that's what I foresee in 2024. A lot of people are going to delete their social media. And deleting social media doesn't mean you don't have to watch things. It just means deleting social media which isn't serving you. It just means eliminating feeds which aren't serving you. It just means getting rid of noise. That's all. Because there are still great information. There's still great information in social media, but there's a lot of information that's also a distraction. 2024 is about the first being last and the last being first. For so long, people have praised people who have done nothing for them. We've given our power to people who don't even do anything in society. And now in 2024, they're going to have to show us what they can do or move. Because, you see, a lot of those same people never spoke up for you in 2020. Those people who had 100 million followers, they were as quiet as a church mouse. All you heard was what? That's all you heard. That's all you heard. That's all you heard. When the going got tough, all of those people with big platforms, that's all you heard. Right? So we got to remind yourself that now people know this. Now people know that a lot of these people aren't going to stand up for me. They're not going to say anything. So do they deserve to be there? What are they there for? Are they really superstars when they can't even shed light on anything? That's a slow motion, right? Are they really superstars when they don't even shed light or open their mouth when anything important comes up? They don't even speak up about their opinion. So 2024 is about you realizing you are the celebrity. You are the one you've been praising, not knowing it's actually you. And you are the one who's been doing the work, not them. 2024 Deep Divers forecasts. Things are about to get strange. We can talk about how some people get it and some people don't. You're going to have to help people in 2024, Deep Divers. You're going to have to help your friends, your family members who are still plugged in, who are still brainwashed, because there's a lot of people like that out there. And these are people you love, you care about, but they just don't get it. Not everyone's going to wake up in 2024. Some people are going to go further into the illusion because the inorganic ones are going to create more intricate mazes and traps for people to get sucked in even further. And that's the reason why you have to realize it's not personal. Friends and family, certain friends and family will leave you. But you have to remind yourself the inorganic ones got to them before you could. It's a race against time. And you're going to have to remind yourself that the split is growing. And if people leave you in 2024, friends, family, don't take it personally. Just realize they don't have the information they need yet. But their time will come. But in the meantime, focus on yourself. Don't try and save them while getting off your own square. Because if you do, both of you are going to drown. 2024 is not the year of saving people. It's the year of saving yourself and those that want to be saved. Because some people are going to throw it in your face. Shut up, I don't need to hear that. They just want to dance and turn up. Let them do that. Let them do whatever they want. It's their life. They're going to have to face their maker. You want to focus on yourself. You want to live and let live. You want to remind yourself that you just want to talk to people who get it. You're no longer trying to wake people up. You're no longer trying to convince people. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's it. And this is how it's going to be in 2024. Because you see, people have spent their time, their energy trying to help people, only to have it thrown back in their face. It's a hard pill to swallow, but a very necessary one. When you remind yourself, the more you try and help people who don't want to be helped, only you suffer. Because it's your time to realize you have to let people do what they're here to do right now. They got to go through the lessons. And a lot of people are going to go through a dark night of the soul. But they can only do that when they push it, when they go to wherever they need to go to and find out for themselves. So you're going to have to be ready, because you're going to have to be helping a lot of people going through a dark night of the soul. What happens when the average Joe Blogs on the streets wakes up to this illusion, this matrix? They're going to crash. The program is going to crash. And that's what we're going to see a lot of in 2024. Programs crashing everywhere. You know, the inorganic ones kept people in an illusion, and they're happy there. They feel safe. But the illusion, what happens when that's shattered? People are going to go crazy. People are going to go insane. And people are going to be very depressed. And that's why in 2024, you're going to see a lot of people who are going to need a lot of help. And you want to be in a position to help people. 2024 forecast, deep divers. And I also want to hear your forecast as well, deep divers, for 2024. Things are about to get strange. We're not the only ones in the universe. We never have been. And more revelations will be revealed that this planet is nothing what we have assumed it to be. There was a whole debate about flat Earth, round Earth, hollow Earth, holographic Earth. But we're now realizing there's something even greater than all of that we all have to yet discover. And 2024 is going to bring more of that to light, to remind ourselves that what we thought we knew, we actually don't know we know. Right? The reality that we once believed is going to be turned on its head. The educational systems are going to break down in 2024. And the reason why is because the information is exceeding what people are learning even at school. You know, the educational system was actually created in the West, in Eastern Europe and all of these places, Western Europe, to create a perfect slave. That's all. It was not created to have people going against the authority of that time. It was created to have workers, to make workers. People now don't want to be workers. They want to be the boss. There's a theme on the planet of living your best life, becoming your greatest version. And therefore, people are outgrowing the educational system. Children are going to school. They don't want to learn in school because they're getting everything they need to know from the internet. And people are realizing they don't want to send their children to school. They want to homeschool their children. And because of this, you're going to see more of a breakdown in institutions in 2024. And in 2025, you're going to see more and more people leave school, up until 2027, where only 30% of the population will go to school. The other 70% won't. By 2030, that will move up to 95%. So schools are breaking down, universities are breaking down, institutions are breaking down. In 2024, you're seeing the beginning of all of this on a monumental scale. And we have to remind ourselves this is a good thing, simply because for something new to begin, something old has to end. And it's coming to an end. And a new world, a new earth can be born out of this one. 2024 forecast, deep divers. Things are about to get strange. There are machines that make clouds. You're going to see more weather abnormalities. People are still wondering what the hell happened in Hawaii, in Maui. People are wondering what happened in Acapulco, Mexico. These strange weather, tornadoes, tsunamis, all of that stuff. People are saying, wait a second, it's not making sense. You're going to start to see more information come out how weather can be modified and altered. And it's been this way for a long time. And there are machines which actually modify the weather, can produce clouds, can all kind of things. And more of this is going to come out to the public, that a lot of the weather has been altered and engineered for a long time. And a lot of these so-called natural disasters aren't natural at all. A lot of these earthquakes aren't even natural. They're not even natural as well. 2024 deep divers forecasts. Things are about to get strange. 2024 is the year of seeing. It is the year of seeing that actually the good will triumph over the evil. The light over the dark. Not that darkness is bad. Darkness is very good, in fact. It's just that the hidden is coming to light. What was kept in the dark is coming out in the open. You're going to hear of more big scandals happening. Because you see, a lot of people are pulling the plug, spilling the beans. You're going to see a rise in whistleblowers, people in the government, CIA, MI5, all of these things, MI6. You're going to have insiders coming out and speaking up. You're going to have people in the entertainment industry, medical industry. You're going to have people coming out of their jobs and exposing things. It's going to be a great time of revelations. The light came out of the dark, absolutely. 2024 deep divers, you are going to see a potential World War III. And you're going to see America be in a war, a big war. Leave the world behind. They were telling you that America is getting invaded. That's called predictive programming. They were getting you ready for that. And you have to remind yourself that a lot has been brewing with America, Iran, Israel, Gaza, all of these things and countries, and something is brewing. And that's the reason why you want to be out of that frequency of fear, out of that frequency of war. And you want to choose love while at the same time knowing humanity is going to be in a state of war. The reason why is because a lot of humanity has not worked on itself. When you don't do the inner work, you'll only live in a state of war. When you don't do the inner work, you'll only live in a state of war. And this is the reason why the more you do the inner work, the more you live in a state of peace. 2024 deep divers forecasts. Let's talk about it. On the good news, there are going to be more medical advances. Already, there are geniuses being born every single second. There are going to be advances in curing cancer, diabetes, all kind of ailments that people don't know how to solve. You're going to see breakthroughs in 2024. The technology, ingenuity, the genius is there for humanity to solve and cure every disease under the sun. And humanity is going to start finding answers. It's about time. Deep divers, smash that like button, share the video. Michelle Davis in the house, shout out to you. Our lives are transforming for the better. All is mental. What we focus on grows. So let it be good. Thank you, mental. Hey, you are appreciated. You're most definitely appreciated. So that's the good news. You're going to definitely see more medical advances, breakthroughs, because we've got to remind ourselves, deep divers, not everyone who works in medicine is bad. There are many amazing people, doctors, nurses, people who are working in healthcare who really want to help humanity. You have super geniuses who are very young, who are finding ways to heal and help people. And you're going to see a push for this in 2024. You're also going to realize that people are starting to move away from bad news. One of the things that's kept media going is bad news and people's addiction to it. If people cease to have an addiction to bad news, CNN, ABC, Fox News, all of that crumbles overnight, because it's only ran on arguing and bad news. If people no longer have an appetite for bad news and choose good news, media empires will collapse overnight, and you're going to see that in 2024. Because a lot of people already are not watching the news like they used to. News ratings have dropped. All of these channels, Fox News, CNN, all of their ratings have dropped so dramatically. It's amazing, because people are simply not tuning into that. And you're going to see more of that in 2024. It can only get activated when there's a big disaster full of fear. Then people watch it. But if they don't have those disasters, people don't watch it. And you're going to see how a lot of people move away from the mainstream media into alternative forms of media, doing their own research. You're going to see more of that. You're going to see also platforms which rival YouTube and more free speech platforms where you're not going to be censored in 2024, even though a lot of the old institutions will still be censoring people. You're also going to see an artist who comes along in the mainstream who is really going to push the awakening to an even bigger level. Because you see, people forget. Infinite Waters is way better than the news. Absolutely. People forget that people who have a big platform have a lot of responsibility. And if they awaken and truly believe in their awakening, they will also influence their following in a better way. And you're going to start to see more of that. You're going to start to see more people who literally give away all of their fortune. It's not that they give away their money, they just give away their identity and they stop caring anymore. Justin Bieber's not even going on tour. He's somewhere skiing because he realizes he doesn't want to be a Kurt Cobain. He doesn't want to get caught out here eaten by the inorganic ones. Because you see, a lot of celebrities realize that they're also being used. Their energy is being harvested. And you can be a celebrity and you're supposed to do 30 shows in a month. And that's why a lot of celebrities, they get exhausted, burn out, end up in a hotel somewhere. So a lot of celebrities even are saying, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. And you're going to see a lot of people stopping out of the blue, saying, no, I'm not going on tour. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm going to live my life, thanks. And good for them. But you got to remind yourself, deep divers, you are the celebrity. You are the celebrity. And you got to put yourself first. Trudy, speak, shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. 2024, good times through tough challenges and transformations. Rejecting evil and embracing good are two sides of the same coin. Gratitude, Ralph. I appreciate your life force. Feeling grateful. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. You're most definitely appreciated. So 2024 deep divers, smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, share the video. 2024 is about us realizing we can make the world whatever we want it to be. We can make the world whatever we want it to be. Don't get caught up in fear programming, because that's what they want for you. Internet blackouts, all of these things. If you focus on that, that's what's going to happen. But if you focus on the new earth, if you focus on a better reality, this will be the reality that you will live in. So we got to remind ourselves, 2024 is all about focus. Where are you focusing? Where's your focus right now? I'm not watching anything that's talking about the end for humanity. I'm only watching something that's going to talk about our new beginning, how we're going to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. Because that's what we got to focus on and realize it is our focus. It is our focus that creates worlds. It is our focus that creates realities. Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, smash that like button, share the video. Let me shout out to Laval Nichols. Smash that like button, deep divers, share the video. We just started. We got a lot to talk about. Laval Nichols, I appreciate this live. Hey. You know, I'll be doing more live talks, because like I say, we got to get the information out there. You know, we are living in truly powerful times right now, and we've got to remind ourselves there's a war happening, a battle happening, and the battle is really between humanity evolving and humanity devolving. One side wants to take humanity to a place it's never been before, higher heights. And the other side wants to completely obliterate humanity. And this is the reason why you got to be careful you're not caught up in the source, lost in the source. Because they're going to show you things and make it seem like it's normal. You know, and it's done in a very subtle way, because the inorganic ones, they pay these people. So I can say, okay, I got my wife. You might have a wife. You might have a husband. You got a wife. Say, okay, I want someone to smash my wife. Let's film it. Let's do a reality show. This is what society has evolved to in the Matrix. Because there's a force which has been paid by the inorganic ones to break the family structure. So you're hearing stories, right? Adam 22, all of these people is part of the matrix, and it's part of normalization. So children say, oh, that's cool. But this was a plan by the inorganic ones all along. So you have to be careful, because they're going to show you a lot of things in 2024 where you're going to say, okay, whatever. And the more humanity says whatever, you're going to see total anarchy. Because truth be told, you can do whatever you want. Anybody can do whatever they want. At the same time, what are you showing to the kids? That's the problem. It's the kids that are watching this. It's the little children that are watching this thinking this is what it's supposed to be. So we have to remind ourselves there's a program to rob the innocence of children. And 2024 is where you really get your balls back. You really stand for something. 2024, you're also going to see the matrix collapsing. You're going to see the matrix collapse like you've never seen before. And the reason why the matrix is collapsing is because people are no longer believing in it. People are no longer believing in it. And when you don't believe in something, it no longer exists. And this is how we should really move forward with celebrations, to remind ourselves that whatever we believe in, we give life to. What we no longer believe in ceases to exist. So once again, if you're fed up with the matrix, don't believe in it anymore, and it will cease to exist. Believe in the world that you wish to live in, and put your energy there. 2024 is about reminding ourselves, actually, we have the most fun. You know, they told you to have fun, you got to turn up, you got to drink some whiskey. No, you can have fun and turn up just by doing a little samba, baby. Raising the frequency. 2024, people are awakening to their higher self. Absolutely. Deep divers, what are your 2024 predictions? Put it in the chat. Everybody put your 2024 predictions, your 2024 forecast in the chat. Let me read it. Let's raise the frequency. What are your 2024 forecasts? What is the 2024 forecast for yourself? Heaven on earth. I like that. I like that a lot. Heaven on earth. Let's create it. Happiness, health, humor. Let's do it. Get it together. Let's go. Blessings on blessings. Woo! My newborn baby. That's what's up. Success community. That's what's up. Toxic music ending. That's what's up. Freeness and wholeness. That's what's up. More cats. Peace. Unconditional love. New earth. Heaven. Happiness. Love. Okay. Fiona Murray. Shout out to you. Love conquers all. Absolutely. Wisdom. Ultimate rise of the dragon. Exposure of darkness. Peace. 2024, we will reap what we sow. Okay, 432 Hertz radio. Harmony and joy. Reigning of bliss. A deep suffering and economic collapse. Hell on earth followed by the awakening. That's great. My 2024 forecast is a new way of thinking. That's what's up. infinite love, abundance, peace, harmony, joy, unity, gratitude, peace of mind. More love on earth, a great relationship, marriage, and a baby. Woo! Congratulations. Reverse aging. So deep divers, we can truly know that 2024 is going to be amazing. It's already here, in fact, because time is just an illusion. The future is nothing more. The future is nothing more than a continuation of this very moment. So hold your intention, set your intention of the world that you wish to live in right now. And 2024, 2025, 2028, 2030, 2050, it's all going to be the same. We control the future from the inside, not the outside. Let me repeat that. I said we control the future from the inside, not the outside. Let me repeat it one more time. I said we control the future from the inside and not the outside. Stop looking at outside references for what the future holds and start looking within. Start saying, you know what? Right now, I'm going to connect. Right now, I'm going to connect. I'm going to tune in to what my 2024 looks like. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be magnificent. We're going to breathe in a whole lot of good ass prana, baby. We're going to breathe all the way up. "2024 is advances in medicine and health technology for more cures." Absolutely. Best new myself ever, health and peace. Absolutely. And as well, 2024, as I see it, a lot of people are going to come out of the woodworks. There are so many people with so much information, good energy. And I truly know a lot of people are going to start to share their energy. They're going to start to share their energy with the world. They're going to start to inspire the world. They're going to start to help other people with their gifts and talents. There are people who are happy to dumb down humanity. And they're always there in a video, in a vlog, on the TV. In 2024, you're going to see people who are going to be doing the same thing, but they're going to have something to share with humanity to take them to the next level. 2024 is not about being holier than thou. It's truly about being human. And we've got to remind ourselves of this. It's about truly being human. There are no perfect people. Humanity has tried to search for them and has been disappointed every time. Perfect people don't exist because it's not a perfect world. It doesn't have to be one. But there are people who are the work in progress and the masterpiece at the same time. And this is ultimately what 2024 is about. It's about realizing you're not here to be a perfect being. You're here to be a flawed, amazing, half man, half amazing human being. But also, it's about us realizing we have to stop placing people on pedestals. We have to realize everyone's the same. I told you, there are no celebrities. Everyone is the same. Everyone is a star. So we have to stop placing people in hierarchy and realize a lot of the people you place above you are only above you because you look down upon yourself. It's time to place yourself up there with the stars. It's time to want more for yourself. Deep divers, 2024 forecast. We just dive deep. I want everyone to smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, share the video. And let me give a round of applause to everybody who's been on this amazing, powerful, transformative live experience. Deep divers, this was amazing. Like I say, thank you to everyone who dived deep, everyone who joined this session. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And like I say, it's only going to get better. Look forward and be the change you wish to see in the world. Don't focus on the doom and gloom that's coming. Focus on all the goodness that's coming. And so it will be. Deep divers, I think it's time to go 80s. Can we do that? Let's go. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. It's a choice. So happy to manifest whatever you want, to be whatever you want. It's a choice. Freedom is a must. We have to become the spoon. Deep divers of planet Earth, once again, thank you for everyone who joined this amazing show. Hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. And like I say, the saga continues. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about today. And tomorrow and the day after that. And we're never going to stop because we're here to become our greatest versions. We're here to elevate. And deep divers, once again, much love to all of you. You're most definitely appreciated. I love to do these shows, interact with you, and remind yourself you are the power. One love. Peace.